This is take 2. I need to know if everyone can hear me. Do you want to, can you go onto YouTube and see if you can hear me? Oh, then don't worry about it. Eventually somebody will pop on. Somebody did pop on. Hey Louise, can you hear me? Because I don't know if sound is a thing yet. Yay! Woohoo! How is the audio? I mean, how is the quality of the video and everything? Am I glitchy? Because when I was on the laptop, it was glitchy and echoey. I know you can hear a TV in the background. That's going to change in a few. Zoom. Yay! Woohoo! Thanks to Clara. She gave me the connection. Droid cam. Ephraim. Go ahead with Daddy. So today we're just going to have a mellow. I don't know. But you guys can choose my makeup, which palette I use. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of things. Like, a lot of people have a lot of things, and I don't have a lot of things. So, I can show everybody. How is everybody? Is everybody doing good? Actually, let me just show you the whole bin. Today has been a very nice and relaxing day because Calvin has had the kids for 2 hours now, and he will have them for another probably hour or so before they commit mutiny. But yeah, so the way I keep my palettes is just a makeshift way. I used to have hair things in this container. Hold on, I'm trying to fix it and arrange it. And then I started buying some palettes, and then I decided that I needed a better way to store my palettes. So even though this isn't the best way, it's still a better way. So they're currently in this pretty little basket from Target, I believe. Yeah, I think this is from Target, and all of my little items are kept in. I have 4 of these. One of them is for. He just sounds normal. He was in the background. He's on now. No, we might do something. We're gonna probably do either tonight or tomorrow night. We were planning on doing him. He does my boyfriend does my makeup kind of deal. So yeah, that should be fun and exciting, and might motivate me to actually edit some videos because I've probably had like 5 videos now that I just wasn't happy with and just didn't feel like editing them because I just wasn't satisfied with quality, and just been going through some issues. Everybody has, I don't know, it's just such a weird, 2020 is such a weird time right now. So yeah, so these are all my decent palettes. I have like a lot of, well, yeah, broken mostly from everybody, but I have a lot of like little palettes like Too Faced and one of the Huda Mini Obsessions, is that what they're called, mini palettes? And then I have my empty color puffs from the ones that I depotted and put into this Tarte palette. Honestly, I was really impressed with this Tarte palette. It was $10, which is what most of the empty palettes go by. It's fairly large. Ooh. And it's very sturdy, and it's gaudy, so I like it. Okay, so everybody who's on. Hey, Louise. Hey, Allie. Hey, Clara. And I'm guessing Sophie is sleeping, which is totally okay. Yeah, but they're mostly ColourPop, and ColourPop is really, really affordable. These are the JD Glow Galaxy Shadows, and then these are these are not glow shadows, and they were gifted to me by Clara because she had to reach the threshold for shipping for Allie's birthday present, which still hasn't gotten to Allie, which is a big old mess. We're still waiting for Shroud, but it should be delivered on Monday. So yeah, that's just a big nasty mess. Makeup peak shadows are still a thing. I don't personally have any, but I keep going on the website and I'm like, oh my gosh, these are also gorgeous. But then I'm like, but I really wish that I could get a Matrix palette or one of the $120 palettes, even though that's such a big purchase. It just has everything that you could need. But then if I got one, then I multiple, I mean, obviously, like multiple people who get PR on YouTube, but then also, like people, no. Okay, it's back. Okay. I don't know if she purchased them since they were reformulated. I don't remember. I don't have any of the all makeup color scheme. Every time I go to the website, I just want everything, and then I don't have money for everything, so then I just throw the whole basket out. No, why is it glitching? I don't know if it was just during that one point in time, and now we're back again, but the stream is a little bit delayed. I'm just going to keep talking, and we'll just move on. So, does anyone have? Okay, so here's my Frankenstein palette, right? So we've got Galaxy Shadows, we've got ColourPop greens from the Just My Luck palette, some of the purples from the It's My Pleasure palette, and then some of the reddy shades. There's a red missing. That's in my closet. And I didn't know what it belonged to, so I just left it in my closet. But some of the shades from Strawberry Shake palette. So these are all ColourPop. And then I have the Tati Beauty palette, which I still love, but I haven't been playing with as much since really since I really decided, I don't know. It's a beautiful palette and it's great for beginners, but then also when I jumped back into makeup, then there were more bright and colorful things, and then I just got overwhelmed by the drama. So then I also have, I know it's such a good one though. Then I have the Pure Raw Beauty Chrissy collection, which is neutrals on the one side, colorful ones on the other side. I have the Huda Mercury Retrograde palette. I have, this is not very good. Yay, Allie! Go ahead and follow along with me. My Flutterby palette, which is neutrals and also torn up from Ruby. This also looks torn up because of Ruby and because I was using this for the kids when I did their masks. This was from, what is that thing called? BoxyCharm. This is the Pure Festival 2.0 palette. Then I have the Nubian Coral palette, which also has fingers. I have my Colored Rain Power palette. Yeah, don't buy that. Not even on sale. Don't buy it on sale. The wired palette is just not good. It's just, I wouldn't even recommend it on sale, to be honest. And I was thinking about doing a video on it, but because it was so bad, I'm like, no, I don't even want people to think that buying it is something that people do anymore. And then I have the Anastasia, Jackie Ina, Anastasia of Beverly Hills, Jackie Ina palette. There we go. Okay, which also has fingerprints in it. Can we focus? This droid can't focus very well. I don't know. Oh well. And then I have my Naked 2, and then Clara, am I? Can I? Yes, I am gonna, because there's no reason. I mean, you didn't get the same thing, so. Then Clara was also very sweet enough to give me an early birthday present also during that whole thing. And it's the Nabla Secret Palette, which is gorgeous. And as you can see, that's not even Ruby, that's me. I've been using that green shade a lot. So yeah, we have that. This is a beautiful palette. The shades blend very well. I don't think that there's anything bad that I can necessarily say, other than this play hard shade gets kind of weird on, well, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like maybe it's just the brush that I'm using. When I've been dipping into it, I haven't been getting much on the brush. That might just be the brush that I'm using. So yeah, this is a gorgeous palette by itself. Routes your camera through the software. It just routes your camera through the software. Yeah, but it's not even like my camera would normally autofocus. And there's no, I don't see any focus happening. Well, I guess maybe the camera doesn't focus. The software focuses, so maybe it's not going to focus. I don't know. So, do we have any call outs here? I don't have many palettes. I actually do have 3 on the way from Juvia's Place, and I have the shades from Shroud, and then that's it, right? So I have 3 from Juvia's Place still coming, but I don't know if they're in a spot where the wildfires are. I don't know if Juvia's is located on the West Coast, because they haven't actually moved. They haven't actually even created a label or anything yet for me. It's just still processing. What do you have that I have? Mercury retrograde. Oh, where's my ColourPop? You don't have it because you decided to change your mind. But the So Jaded palette, I just realized I don't have that here. Is you something I have? Well, we both have this one. Do you have the Power palette too, Allie? We have both have Classy Beauty. Oh, you do have it. Do you want to use that palette tonight? I could go grab it. I would have to skirt under the camera though, because I'm wearing a crop top and my fupa is hanging out. Does anybody else have any desires? Let me go get that ColourPop one real quick. Everybody stare at my curtain for a minute. have the, I don't even think Furby's been in it. Might she have? Oh yeah, she dug into Opal pretty badly. But yeah, there we go. It doesn't matter. Louise, you can be the final factor. Me and Allie have these in common. I'm going to use the Naked 2. Okay, so Naked 2, and then I will somehow incorporate, I'm going to use, what happened? Oh, I think the comments are coming in late. Okay, so Louise said Tati Beauty. Wait. Okay, so we'll use Tati Beauty, and then I can use one of the Single Shades by Nabla as a liner to give it a little maybe. Or I could use it underneath. I could do an orange. Okay, so now we get to choose what are our looks going to be. When I use this palette, mostly I gravitate towards this. I like the way Story looks with my green eyes, or with my, I don't even know what to call them. With my greenish bluish eyes, I use Story. Okay, yay, so we'll use Story, and then I will use the blue Nabla in Virgin Island. I'm not using well, I could use the navy line. Well, I don't know if that's too much. We'll see. Maybe like as under one. All right. So what are we, did you already get started? Pinks, top left. Same, that row was my like, wait, I'm so confused. Okay, all right. I'm so confused. It's okay now. Blue, top left. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use this one as like a pop of color. You're grinning a creepy grin. This shade is, oh, it's not gonna zoom in, but it is so pretty. Okay, Clara wants pinks, but me and Allie like the Story. I think we're gonna have to go with Story because Poet, which is the pinks, is actually my least favorite row. I just want to make sure that I read everything in order and correctly, and that Allie was talking about Story when I said Story. Okay, so I'm going to use Story because I think honestly, it looks nice when you, well, it's kind of patchy compared to the rest of the shadows, and they just don't really, they're not super pink. I don't know. I guess it's like a neutralish pink, but when you look at them, they look very fuchsia and crazy. But yeah, okay, so we're gonna do Story. So let's get started. I'm gonna do my eyes first because that makes sense, because then I can clean up the rest of my. All right, so this is my. You're not gonna be able to see. I can't move the thing. My setup here right now, I'm in the kitchen or in the dining area because the computer room has been destroyed by the children and we haven't had a chance to clean it yet. And I fell asleep because I couldn't handle it anymore last night from the beach. So yeah, so my setup is a little, I have all my brushes here in this cute little thing from Sonia Kashuk at Target. It's so cute and sleek and only $13, which compared to some other places, it was a lot. Okay, so I hope I'm not too boring. I can be really boring. I'm gonna go in with, I don't have the Tarte palette in my hand, I have the Tarte one. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go in with Soothe, just in the transition area. And I'm now going to remove my glasses temporarily because I realized I have to read my comments too. So I am just gonna work Susan. And blend it out. I didn't put an eye primer on, but I'm kind of just, I mean, with the Tati palette, you really don't need an eye primer. And lately, I've just been kind of skipping the step anyway. For some reason, I think when I use eye primer, my eyes get kind of patchy and dry. Let me look at the comments. Okay, soothe, right. Yes, soothe. Oh, soothe matte, sorry. I forget that these are, there's mattes. I just look at the bottom. I don't particularly care for the sequin shades. I thought that they were really amazing and novel when it first came out, and I was like, goodness, I love that. But I don't really. It works in some looks, but your everyday, it's just too much glitter being deposited for no reason, in my opinion. Let me take, I think this has a transition already. Samantha, you should have cleaned your brushes before doing a live stream. And you should have brought your color switch out at least. Oh no. Okay, well, I'm an everyday woman, and I don't even know how good these lives are going to be because, I mean, first of all, they're few and far between. Clearly, my camera's not doing a very good job of zooming in. Some chit chat is nice, you know, but also, I'm every woman. I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time to blend and overblend. So next, I'm going to take, how am I going to do this? All right, I'm going to take Story all over the lid. Am I using this brush to take it all over the lid? It was clean. This is going to be a really basic look, guys. But I guess it means it won't take up too much of your day. And then I'm going to take that brush and blend around the edges. Because I have a slightly hooded eye, and go a little bit further up so that you can see the color instead of just, I mean, you can still see it, but what I mean is so that you can see it blended upwards. Does that make sense? Let me see. Story matte, yes, story matte, sorry. Oh, my hair. The thing that I like the most about this palette is that while it absolutely is pigmented, the shades blend out very nicely. Some of the palettes that I've incurred recently, I mean, it's not, I've sort of wondered or questioned my skills a lot recently. I've had a lot of moments of insecurity lately. And I think that's because this palette, when it first came out, I don't know. I guess like I was in the mood for a big purchase. I hadn't bought myself anything super expensive in a really long time. And so I was very much ready for a nice high quality palette. And it absolutely is that. Like, other than that poet row, I was really hoping for a miracle or something from that poet row. And I thought that was going to be the row that I used the most. That happens a lot with me. But I ended up loving this shade so much better. I thought this one was going to be the one that I didn't use that much. It makes me think of pumpkins, like the basic bitch. Oh, can I say words like that if I didn't mark that I'm not restricted strictly to age 18? Like I did say this is not for kids, but Allie and her contacts. Yeah, I mean, I wish I had those problems, but I haven't purchased myself contacts yet. I was given the authority, but then I think my prescription has changed, so I wanted to go to the eye doctor, but maybe that's something I should have planned for when Calvin came home, but I didn't quite. Or I did, but then I scrapped the plans. I don't know what happened. Or maybe I'm just waiting and hoping. For a miracle. And that maybe like I could get laser. I don't know. All right. So see, like I did minimal effort. And while my blending probably isn't fantastic, it still looks like a beautiful gradient. It still looks pretty nice. I mean, I don't know how it looks on camera really, but it just blends so nicely. And that's what I love about this palette. And the other thing that I love, I mean, apart from loving literally the whole matte row, except for Poet for the most part, how black the memory is. And then the glitter, like when you need glitter, you have glitter in your life. Now, what am I going to do? Am I going to take this really over the top and use some of that glitter? But then where would I put it? Would I do it in the center? Maybe I could use it as a, I don't have glitter glue. Well, you don't really need glitter glue with this one. Okay. Ask him to find the spider and get rid of it. Literally, I don't know where the spider has gone, but there have been babies everywhere. And I mean, her babies, because I guess it's a female, her babies are like, I mean, not tiny, not like I can't see them, but they're barely, you know, I don't know. Story sequin. You know what? Because you forced yourself, I'm going to pop it right in the center. It probably won't do much right in that center, but I'm still going to use it. Oh, it looks so pretty. But the thing is, it looks pretty on application. And then it just kind of fades away over time. I forgot that it's kind of darker than Story Matte is in a way. I was watching earlier some comments. Lately, I've been obsessed with commentary channels. Has anybody else been obsessed with commentary channels? I watched something that was recommended to me about Mulan, and I didn't realize, because I am Western, I didn't realize how all the articles I read told me that Mulan was staying very true to the roots. But being that I'm not Chinese, I could not fact check that. So I was blown out of the water by a lot of the things that they did that just don't seem I know. I should just throw away the whole apartment, set it on fire, get my renter's insurance. So let me see if I can do this. Let me see. I have an idea. Might not work, but I have one. And that's the scary thing. This is how we do it. Well, not even Disney's. I mean, it is Disney's Mulan. Not the cartoon, the new one. So they kept that in the new one, which is good. But they also, when she broke down, like, first of all, they talk about chi a lot in the movie, and everybody has chi. I don't know what chi is, but apparently it's life force. And everybody has life force. But they talk about chi as if it's like a magical power throughout the whole entire movie. And it, you don't know the story of Mulan. You know, I've never actually read like traditional stories about Mulan, so I'm not well versed in that either. I thought the cartoon was really cute, but I heard that when it had come out, it was offensive because, like, especially like the character of Mushu, and things like that. And then there's even more controversy about it because the actress who plays Mulan is like pro police brutality. Aside from the Disney version, I just heard she was very butch or something. So the way that the girl that I was watching, the commentary that I was watching portrayed her. No, this is not working. Maybe if I just keep adding more. Maybe I need a different brush. She was supposed to just be a regular girl who wasn't like clumsy or terrible or, she was just a normal girl doing her thing in that time period and whatever. And that's what the girl was saying, is that there was there wasn't any character development because Mulan is supposed to be, she's supposed to go from this basically housewife, but she's not a wife yet. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say? She's supposed to go from this dainty little girl, and because she wants to protect her father, she goes out and does this big thing, and she's not going to be, great from the start, but she perseveres through hard work, she becomes the best warrior. So that's where the character development is. And in the movie that they just released, it's like she has a magical power from the beginning. Her dad always knew that she wanted to be a warrior, but a woman could never be a warrior. So all of that stuff. Oh. So I am just using a mixing medium that you'll be receiving in the mail. Well, I was just using, I know it's not glitter glue, but I didn't have glitter glue. So I was using the Inglot Durline, and then I was mixing it with Story glitter to add glitter along the lash line. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. You know, I love Mushu too, but maybe, you know, part of me wonders if the reason people were so upset was because he was played by Eddie Murphy, and he was kind of, you know, Eddie Murphy. Like, you know how Eddie Murphy acts and talks and whatever. This is not quite working. If you have glitter glue, Allie, I recommend using glitter glue. I thought that this would probably work not as well as glitter glue, but at least a little bit better than just packing hot glitter on. But I was reading that it's more so about the fact that he was just character, but I don't know. That's the thing that sucks, because the girl was saying, like, even today in the society and climate that we're at, they still, the set designer, the costume designer, the producer, director, most of the cast was white. And it's like, come on, Disney, do better, you know? So I don't know. But, oh, also the characters that are on the blade that her father gives her stand for, in the movie they say it's loyalty, something, and something, integrity. But when you translate it in Chinese, it doesn't translate exactly like that. So basically, they basically made FBI on the sword, she said. I mean, I'm not Chinese, so I don't know. I can't read Chinese characters. But I suck at doing glitter liner. I hope this works out. I mean, I do too, but from afar, it looks fine. It's just when you get up close, like, these pictures might not be the best. But I thought it would just be fun to do a little bit of something extra, even though I'm already doing something extra on the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to do the eyes and stop rambling on. I was about to sing a song. Ramble on! My dad would be so proud. Pencil liner. Not pencil liner, but pencil. There we go. So I am taking a skinny little pencil brush and dipping into Virgin Island. And I've been using that Inglot Durline for literally everything since I got it. And one of my biggest tips for people who don't have a really big budget now. Hi, Sophie. Thank you, Louise. I hope you have a good dinner. One of the things about this Inglot Durline that I was saying, sorry, is that you can literally take any eyeshadow and make it a liner. And like all those trendy, like colorful lines that have been on. I'm gonna figure out how to get that have been going on all over Instagram. Like, I don't have money for neon green liner that I'm only going to use 3 times in my entire life, mostly just for an Instagram look. So if you have a neon green pigment and you have the Duraline, like, you know, that's all you need. And I just think people don't need to buy things just because you see somebody else buy them, if you can do the same thing with something you already have. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so yeah, that'll definitely bump up. I don't have setting spray, so I can't just spritz. That would probably work just as well, although this is waterproof, the Duraline, so it'll stay on for longer. It won't blend out as well, but that's okay too. I didn't even set my under. You know, I always do this crooked or backwards. I always do my under eye before doing my concealer. And then I ended up always having to touch up my under eye after applying my concealer. Why is this one eye really greasy? Setting spray works just as well, but not as long lasting. And definitely stop your, okay, that's Clara. And Sophie, yeah, definitely shop your stash and see what you might have surprise you. Eyebrows I don't think I've ever used. Yeah, see, that's the thing. And that's, I mean, we get so bombarded by the trends and by what we see other people have, but it really doesn't make any sense. If you look at, I mean, honestly, I was hesitant to spend $10 on an empty palette. And the only reason I bought it was because I had purchased those JD Glow singles. This is such a pretty color. Yeah, this looks a little crazy, but that's okay. We're all mad here. Isn't that what Mad Hatter says? I'm not sure. We're all mad here. Or is that Cheshire Cat? It could be Cheshire Cat. Anyway. All right. And then I am going to go back in with the Tati palette because it has the perfect inner corner highlight. And I'm just going to use, why am I going to use my fingers? Because I always do it. Even though I have brushes and even though it makes a mess and my finger is too big, for some reason, I always have the desire to pop inner corner highlight with my finger. It makes literally no sense. Because now I'm going to have to go back in, and I'm not even looking at the camera most of the time. I'm looking at my laptop most of the time. I'm definitely not doing good, but thank you. Thank you for suggesting that. That was a little bit too much inner corner highlight. I really should have used a brush. It's okay. It's just makeup. It just washes off. And then I'm going to take Sue's matte again on the brow bone. Hopefully that's not too much. I am definitely, it's okay. Allie, you don't have to do the blue part, definitely for sure. Because it's definitely a look here. I don't know. I used to envy people that have super rich parents who buy the makeup and have a collection without spending a single cent. But now that I know that I worked hard for my collection, I'm grateful for it. I'm still in glitter liner. Yeah, the cat. Okay, yeah. Cheshire Cat. All right, I'm going to start on the rest of my face. I used to be super envious of those people too, but sometimes I'm still envious of those people. It would be nice to have things handed to you. It really would. And for me, being in a poor position, I don't feel like it would be any change of character for me, but then you don't know because you didn't live it. But I also think it's not fair. I'm not going to do eyebrows without doing my makeup. I also don't think it's fair for your parents because, all right, when I look at it, I'm definitely trying my best with my children. Are we going to ever be super, super rich? Probably not. I have to take a drink of water. I'm sorry. Are we ever going to be super, super rich? Probably not. Even if we could attain, like, even if we had $1 million, we still have 5 children. We still have, you know, there's just not going to be a time where there's not going to be things to pay for. There's just not going to be a time, like, even I was on a mom group, and I'm trying to find my foundation as soon as I was on a mom group, and someone said that they were considering taking their child off of their cell phone bill. They're 18 now, and they've moved out, and they're living with a fiance, and they have a job and everything, and asked if it was appropriate. And to me, I'm the type of person that I would want to keep my kids on my bill for as long as they need, because I remember being in New York City, being so broke because I had an $1,100 a month rent and I was making $12 an hour. And granted, $12 an hour is a fair bit of money, but not in New York City. And when your rent is $1,100 a month, and then you have to factor in transportation costs, food, clothing, things like that, because especially like people don't factor in, if you're in a place of management, they don't give you a uniform. They don't give you black slacks, and black slacks are never cheap. They don't give you, you know, the whole full uniform shebang thing. And so you still have to factor in clothing, which all of that stuff adds up. So there were times when I had to go a week or two without my cell phone bill because I just had to pay my rent because I had to live somewhere, and I had to pay the card for pay the money for the Metro card. I am running out of my foundation, and I'm gonna have to buy a new foundation soon. I mean soon, I mean like tomorrow. I have multiple shades, and all of the ones that are within my complexion range are pretty empty. Technical difficulties. Can I get this off? Probably not. It's probably one. Ooh. Probably one of those ones. Let's see. There's still a lot in there. That's why I hate pumps. I'd rather the foundations that have the attachment, not the attachment, the doe foot, because yeah, I did not think about this. I didn't wet a sponge. That's okay. I will just use a brush. I do use a fairly full, well, Allie doesn't like it. Yes, I definitely wish bills weren't a thing. Let's cover up the... What was that candidate who was considering giving citizens a living stipend? Is that Andrew Yang? Is that what his name was? Or is that someone else? I think some of the places he was at politically, I wasn't. But that living stipend to help with our bills would be pretty nice. Right. Ever since I switched to a beauty blender, it's really hard for me to get into brushes for my foundation again, even though it takes so much less time to get the makeup on your skin. It's like I spend more time trying to buff it, and this is supposed to be a buffing brush. That's probably part of it. Not really a foundation brush, but it's supposed to buff things in. Well, I guess I'm not using it the way that you're supposed to buff things in, though. This is a Real Techniques brush. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. No, Biden, unless he got the idea or started peddling that, it came from Andrew Yang first, I believe. Biden might have mirrored that sentiment at some point in time. I don't think that's his platform, though. I don't think that's something he's going out, like, advertising? I don't know. I don't like Biden. Okay, here's what happened. In 2016, when it was Hillary versus Trump, I wished Biden was the candidate. But that was 4 years ago, and he seemed... I don't think we heard enough from him to really grasp a concept of what he was like, to be honest. And I think everybody just kind of went back to, Obama's relationship with him and kind of romanticized him. I did vote for Obama in the second election. I don't know if I was old enough in the first term. Or if I was fresh out of school and didn't really consider voting at that time. I don't know who that'll alienate, but if it does, let the door hit ya. Allie. Did it work? Did it remove the makeup? Or did you figure out what you had done because it didn't work? All right, so right now I'm contouring using the e.l.f. contour kit, and I'm doing a very bad job of it using my laptop as a mirror. Oh, I just went and put 2 different shades on. And I'm emphasizing my pimple by contouring my cheek. Oh, well. Micro water, my cellar water. I mean, I guess it's just salt water, so it would be probably about as effective as just regular water. All right. I haven't been doing this lately because my double chin is just so big it doesn't matter. But just for the sake of being dolled up and stuff. So basically what I'm doing is I'm applying it with this like very dense brush for pigment on the places where I want the most pigment, and then buffing it with the buffing brush, the same brush I use for my foundation, by the way. I don't really contour my nose, mostly because there's no, the only thing that I really want to disappear is the bump, but you can't contour. Like if I do this, then I have this dark spot here, and it makes it look, so yeah. Just in case you ever wonder why I never contour my nose, although I might have contour my nose now. Okay, I am just so annoying with my laughs and things. What blush should I use? I think I should use something very neutral. Let me do the bronzer first. I'm using my Complex Culture bronzer brush. This is my favorite bronzer brush. Yes, I used a shimmery, I think it's considered a celestial shade, a shimmery blue, like ocean blue kind of color. I think I'm definitely one of those examples of, you know how for a while they were shaming the porn stars because they looked one way without makeup, and then like goddesses with makeup? I'm definitely one of those people. Well, not that I think necessarily about this number. I mean, it's not anything basic. It's not anything dramatic. It's just, you know, basic. I mean, it's not basic either. It's just not very complicated. My makeup look right now is just pumpkin spice with a side of Smart Water. Okay. I'm going to take my Girl Powder from the Balm that I got from Ipsy. So by the way, if I ever have any fancy products, except for the palettes, I did not pay full price for them, first of all. I want to let you know. I probably got them in an Ipsy box. And I had canceled my Ipsy box, but then I uncanceled it, and then I like put it off, and I was like, well, let me think about this. So I like made it so that it would do every other month or every couple months or something. And I just realized it went through for this month. So I'm getting an Ipsy box. So, you know, if you want to know what's in my Ipsy box. So I'm going to take Bourbon, or no, I'm going to take Bleecker out of that palette. Ooh, it looks mostly just like mine. The balm, okay. I like how pigmented the balm is because at least you're getting your money's worth, but then it's sort of too much. Like I barely tapped my brush in, and I'm left with just so much. I don't think you know how much I'm shizzing, but it's not even. Like I am so basic compared to your makeup skills, Allie, and I don't know. Maybe you're just too perfectionist, okay? Maybe you're just overthinking this. It's okay. It's okay for it to look a little patchy in some areas, because girl, if I could zoom in, well, here, my eyeball right there. It's definitely patchy. Definitely patchy. I'm gonna have to figure out how to work with this product. Can you go live? Oh, yes, you can. I'm an idiot. I was gonna say, can you go live but be private? And then I realized, yeah, you can. I honestly don't know what other signs like do. All I know is that I'm creative, but I can't funnel that creativity without another sign to help rein me in and not go so far out of the park and then just not do anything. Because that's what happens. I have an idea and it's like so astronomical, and I can't figure out how to make it reality. And then I just give up on it because it's like I think we're dreamers, right? Aquarius? I don't know. Okay. Now I'm going to add highlight, which I brought my Hyper Real Glow that I got in my giveaway from Allie, because I have not been using it lately. I've been trying to use other things, and I miss it. It's just so glowy. And I really didn't think MAC had like, I really felt at this point in my life, and at this point in the game, that Mike was Mike. That MAC was very overrated. But then this product came into my life, and maybe it's not everyone's cup of tea because I don't hear a lot of people use it. But it is my cup of tea. For some reason, it's just amazing for me. It just works so well for me, and I just love it. And that's why for the longest time, I would use it in every single look. And I know y'all probably got tired of seeing MAC highlight. Yes, exactly. I actually saw someone use it recently. Someone who had lots of subscribers. And I was like, yes, finally, some representation here. Some representation. I put a little bit too much on my forehead. That's okay. So now I shine in weird places. But at least I'm shining. What's next? All right, let me do my eyebrows, and I'll do my mascara, and then I'll do my lips. My lips are super crusty right now, guys. I didn't even put on, okay, I think I started talking about it, but I don't remember actually finishing the conversation, so if I've already said this, I apologize in advance. I don't always use concealer, because I just find that sometimes foundation is all you need. In real life, sometimes foundation is all you need. Or, like, I guess with Clara, you only use concealer where you need it. Where I use foundation all over my face, I don't feel like I need that extra, you know. Yeah, I mean, it works, right? Like, that's what that stuff is there for. And what did I do? Okay, here it is. My cap just flew up. I cannot use the laptop for this. So I might actually be looking at the screen for once whenever I'm not looking at this mirror. All right. So the reason I like this pencil is because it has just enough, glide and smoothness without being too glidey, because the pencils that are very glidey don't look real, or they go on too heavy. Even when you try to be super not heavy-handed. So that's why I like the CoverGirl microfine pencil. I mention it in like every drugstore product thing and whatever, or every, I don't know. But yeah, I used to use powder. I used to just use an angled brush and use powder. The powder takes a while. Powder, and it's not precise enough, in my opinion. And I just don't have time for powder in my life. So if you're using powder and finding that your eyebrows take a really long time and you haven't figured it out yet, it could be the powder. But I don't see the sense of, the only thing that I'd be willing to spend money on, but only if it's on sale, is the Urban Decay Brow Blade, because it has the pen. Although I've been told, I don't know if it was by you, Allie, that the pen doesn't really perform as well as one would hope. Maybe it was you. Maybe it was a YouTuber, another YouTuber. But everybody else likes it. I mean, most people like it, but I don't know if it's one of those products where everyone says they like it, but then when you get it, it's not a very good product, and you just wonder if they're just saying that because everyone else is saying that. They're not twins, but they could be sisters. It's okay. Yeah. Okay, so for mascara, I am using Tarte Camera Lights Camera Lashes. Let me check the screen. I need a deep dark brow pencil. And I've been obsessed with Anastasia powder and my brow blade. I love brow blade. Okay, so maybe somebody else said that they didn't like the one end. But I thought it would just be so handy because then you can fill your brow in, and then to give it that realistic look, to use the pen to, you know, make strokes. As far as Clara, I mean, that's another thing. That's why I like the CoverGirl. I use soft brown, so obviously my color is probably not your color, but I've used so many different pencils where the tone is off, or where they only have 3 shades. They have an auburn shade, or they have or 4 shades: a light shade, an auburn shade, a light brown, and a dark brown. And the light brown usually is warm toned, and it just, anytime that a light brown is warm toned, it gets me so angry, because most people's hair is not warm toned, right? Like, the only person's hair that should be warm toned, I mean, I guess not. I don't know. But I feel like if you're going to make a light brown and a dark brown, you should also differentiate tones. So you should make a light cool tone brown and a light warm tone brown, and a dark warm tone brown and a dark cool tone brown. I might have said things the same. I don't necessarily recommend this product, but this product could be, it was from an Ipsy box. I don't spend $30 on mascaras typically. Or actually this is probably like 18 or 26 or something like that. I don't know. But that's still, I spend drugstore money on mascaras. And that's why I love the collab, because it's only $12.99. I mean, $12.99 is still pretty high end, but it works so well. But yeah. But but I have way too many mascaras that I got from Ipsy that I didn't use, so I've been trying to use them. It's not terrible, I won't lie. It's just a very dry formula, and it doesn't feel like it lifts. I don't think it would help you ladies. Oh, I was gone, and now I'm back again. Yeah, it looks super red, and I can't. You know, the last one that I bought, okay, I got an elf one that says dark, I think it's called dark brown. Where is it? And I just use it as a lip liner because it's so warm toned. It looks like a lip liner. There's no way it can be a. All right, what am I doing for lips? Probably just a nude because this is such a look on top. And I'm probably going to use a Fenty gloss because that's all I've been doing. Should I use the sugar pill? I'll just use the sugar pill. Thanks, Clara. Have a good one. Oh, we're already at an hour and 11 minutes. Whoops. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realize it was an hour. So I'm using hi baby. I'm using Sugar Pill and Crumpet. Hi my children, if you can hear, Mommy loves you. I'm using Sugar Pill Crumpet. It's a liquid lip, so Calvin can give me kisses later and it's not gonna come off. It's pretty good. Okay, Allie, I don't know if you're still with me. Have you used Sugar Pill before? It smells like grape medicine to me. That's what it smells like. And granted, the lip itself lasts pretty well and the color's nice and everything, but it smells like great medicine. And some people are either into it or or they're not, and I'm not exactly into it. So I'm going to use Fenty Glow by Fenty over top of it once it dries. And you're almost done. And then he can come and bring the kids back home. All right. Yeah, so the lip was a little bit darker than I was originally intending. I forgot how dark the Crumpet is. But this is the finished look. And I will definitely figure out how I can zoom for next time. Move this out of the way here. And yeah, it was super easy because it was just a few shades on the lid. Super easy to blend out because we did use the Tati Textured Neutrals palette. Yeah, I think most people just like the smell of grape medicine. I think it's crazy because I like grape tasting things, but grape medicine is not good. Yay! I miss you, lady. We need to do more things together. It's been an hour and 15 minutes, and I think I didn't powder. Now that's on purpose because most of the time I don't normally powder, just for videos. and I'm gonna go out into the world and show people my face, and I don't want to look too powdery, especially since it's summertime. But yeah, so I hope whoever is on this live stream enjoyed this, and I hope I get to see you guys again sometime soon. And thank you for hitting the like button for me, and yeah, I will see you all next time. Allie, did you finish your look? That's, I just thought about that. I was like, wait, did Allie even? Allie, you don't have to blend a lot with these Tati Textured Neutral palette, with that shade specifically. I feel like it hasn't been an hour. It's kind of crazy. I enjoyed this. I like this. But yeah, you're a perfectionist. Put the brush down. Show me your look when this is over, when you're finished. And I will post my look up on Instagram so people can actually see my makeup. Right? That's a whole palette of blue shades. I feel like I gravitate towards shiny blue shades, even though I don't often wear them. Like these two are both blue shades. And then, I mean, I didn't pick those out for myself, but those are also blue shades. And I've been meaning to get the ColourPop, You Blew Me Away or something, but it's always sold out whenever I try to buy it. So I guess it's good. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I love the quality of my monochromatic palettes, but the So Jaded for me, after working with it more intensely, I just feel like it doesn't blend as well as the other ones. And I don't know why they did that. Why did they change the formula? Because it's, I don't know. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna go before this is just way too long. Just, yeah, I hope everyone has a great day, and thank you, love you, bye. How do I finish? End stream, there we go.